such a small group.
Sure, why not?
You don't have foodies?
You don't have, not that I know.
Or rats.
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes early, I drove around for 10 minutes. Yeah, smart.
Okay, we might as well get started. I knew it would be a small crowd. Thank you for the people who really did come out for the sunshine. It's an air conditioning.
Yeah.
So, okay. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to start off on a really great note. We had the children's parade and picnic this weekend, and if you guitar. I we can move on to the next. So Grace, come up, and Marianne, who led the charge
That was an awesome event, you guys.
Thank you.
I think we could say a couple words and then let's let the video do the rest of the talking. At least for my part, I just want to say thank you, Octavia, for all of your guidance again this year. You were incredible in spearheading. I know that, we kind of run the show, but we could not do it without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I know not most of them are not here, but we also want to just express all the gratitude to all the volunteers who helped us out. And in the case of a few spouses are voluntold. Cameron. But yeah, we had an incredible time. I told Cam afterward, my cup was very full afterward. It just felt so great to have a wonderful day with the community and all of our neighbors and even some people from further afield.
I mean, you kind of covered it, but hopefully everybody got a good nap after that. I hope I did. It was definitely a lot of fun. We had a lot of new things, Marilyn and new faces.
Cool.
It was fun. Yeah, he caused the appropriate amount of havoc to distract from setup while we were in between next year. Always welcome ideas, and we are collecting feedback from our volunteers to see what we can make easier and how we can streamline it. But yeah, otherwise, we had over 500 people, which on summer vacation, I'm always excited.
So we went through, 400 hot dogs and.
Snow cones and
Yeah.
popcorn, everything else. I should say that the preschool volunteers were fantastic.
Yes.
And the
yes,
junior
yes,
league
preschool.
volunteers were fantastic.
Red wagon
And
toys.
Red
Red
wagon was absolutely fantastic.
And the Gilberts too, right?
And-
Yeah, McGill.
Oh, yeah,
And they cut up all the water.
Oh, the Gilberts.
First donated the watermelons.
Yeah, if you heard Courtney yelling about watermelon in the weeks, in the days leading up to it, she was probably yelling at me. Cutting up said watermelon, so we very much appreciate their time on that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the music factory crew.
Yes, thank you.
So they must, every part came together so well.
Yeah.
The balloon, the balloon arch was probably the biggest challenge to me. Anyway,
Octavia sent a picture, quite literally, with her truck filled with balloons. Would have loved to have seen that on the freeway.
not give up the fruit.
Okay.
Thank you, Pam, for the amazing video.
Yeah,
They just get better and better every, is that on the server? Will you send that to me so I can put it on the website?
it's on, yes.
Perfect.
Short answer, yes.
Yes.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Perfect.
Which everyone
Okay,
should
yeah.
subscribe to.
Yes, everyone should subscribe. I should have known I was there.
Okay, so.
Okay, so that was fun.
I think that I need
Break it
like
down.
a musical accompaniment.
Can you make finance fun?
I can give it a shot.
Oh, you can make it fun.
I just need a costume. So anyway, report is, I forgot to change the date in my report, because the money in the bank is actually June 30th. We have a total of $197,500. And, part of it is we're banking to, fund the remodel on this place to start that kind of seed money for that process. We did change bank, we're in the process of changing banks, from Home Street / Mechanics to Key Bank. And that's almost complete. Changing banks, who's done that recently? Raise your hand.
It's hard.
It's a nightmare.
It's hard.
It's a nightmare. So the accounting is done through the end of May, And our total revenue for the first 5 months was $28,000. And that's primarily donations, garden tour tickets, and sponsorships. Our total expenses are $30,800, which is, you know, the tree lighting, we had to rewrap the trees, so that was kind of spendy. And then other things spent beautifying Madison Park, and we also have to prepay for the events. So we're making deposits, you know, months before the event actually takes place. So we typically are in a deficit posture for the first half of the year, a whole deficit of $2,794. Our major fundraiser comes up in September and fills the coffers. That's a good event. So the tax reporting, the 1099-N was filed for 2024. I'm still working on the 2025. We have to do a full-blown 990 this year, which is not fun. And then the Washington State excise tax return's been filed for 2025, so we're all compliant with that. We're compliant with all of our legal filings. Our fundraising was high enough, we needed to register as a charitable organization in Washington State. That's complete, as well as our corporate registration. And then we will be renewing our resale certificate in August. You know, we sell merch at the farmer's market, so we can buy it without having to pay tax.
Yeah. Well, it also helps with members.
No, it's just merch that we sell. Okay. Yeah. What else? Well, we have liability and director and officers insurance policies that are in place. And then on the bathhouse project, so the board has authorized $80,000 to be spent, and from 2023 to 2026 through May, we've spent $55,757. So that, see why I need music? Anyway, does anybody have any questions? Love it. Thank you.
Okay, Kevin, you're on.
Great, I'm Kevin. We're basically in year 3 of being a friend of the park. So what that was is establishing a relationship with the Parks Department. And this year it's really, the fruits have been bared because of the work that Octavia and I have been doing with working directly with the Parks Department. And so what I wanted to do today was just kind of call out some of the things that we're doing, the improvements that you probably noticed, and give a lot of props. We have so many volunteers that really do help us out. We've had, this 3-year process, we've had weeders. Right now we have people that come almost every day and water. We have mulchers, so we just have a great collection of volunteers. And so I put together a little video to kind of show this. So, what you've seen is we've redone all the plants out here. We had to remove a bunch of roots. A number of the people that were here in the previous, worked really hard to do it. They didn't get it. They didn't do the planting, so they didn't get in the video, but, they put in a lot of labor. And then we've taken out the blackberries, or we're in the process of taking out the blackberries. We've established a beautiful view over there.
Looks good.
And we're going to put plants in to, help the soil there, but it's a lot of work, and we think it's just going to be great. So I wanted to kind of share, how we're getting this done. She didn't mention it when she went through the financial, but we got a donation from the Friends of Madison Park to help pay for the plants here. So that was really nice that they gave us that. We also hired an expert landscaper. We've had, like I said, we've had a great relationship with the Parks Department. They are so helpful to us. We now have a toolbox out there. They're coming through, they're getting the sprinklers fixed. And it's all just because of this relationship we're working together. It's just been phenomenal lately. And then there are a whole bunch of unsung volunteers, unsung heroes. And you know, some of them are even at the North Beach. Like most of you probably know Bert, who walks around. He's often up there cleaning it out. So is Alex. So we have a lot of people that are just always helping out, making our parks great. The other thing I wanted to share was some of the cool damage that we've done so far. We've broken a machete, a sieve, a shovel, and a pickaxe. And if you think about having a pickaxe, we've done that. And then my favorite thing is we almost got a guy arrested for using a pickaxe. So that was pretty exciting. So if you're looking to volunteer and help us out, I appreciate it.
You should arrest somebody.
No, I will explain afterward.
Did Amy relay to you that the Parks Department is coming by and watering every day your plants that you planted out here?
No, we're watering.
No.
They're watering under the sun.
He
Yeah.
was watering everything. Because they were sitting there, they came when we were watching one of the FIFA games and she went out and talked to him. So maybe check in with her because he was driving around with his watering truck and went, oh, water there and then watered everything down here. So,
That's lovely.
That'll be great. We can,
Yeah.
they need water.
We met with the Parks
Okay.
people this morning. We're still working on the lower beds to get that irrigation system working and trying to get an irrigation line to under the rainbow sign. So those flowers, I mean, they're being unbelievable and they have that extra, I didn't know.
yeah, they already
That was
have.
happening.
But
By every
it's
night.
because Octavia has been in
Yes.
near constant, I'm sorry, and Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay, they've been in just constant communication with them for the years that Friends of Madison Park has been going on, and now they have this tight relationship with the Parks Department, and they answer our emails, like even if I email them, I don't know if I put FOB at the bottom, they're like, email me right back. I mean, it's really wonderful. So that's a hidden part of Friends of Madison Park, is just all the emails, all the calling, all the emails that you don't necessarily see.
Can't, yeah.
I had a piece of feedback from a community member that I wanted to throw at you about the blackberries.
Yeah.
Like, when we put plants in there or something, maybe like some kind of little fence to imply that people shouldn't run down that slope and throw themselves in the water right there, because it's super shallow
Yeah.
and very rocky.
And
There's
a
a
lot of
safety
broken
concern.
glass.
Yeah, there was like some concern about folks being like diving in right there.
Okay. Thank you.
So,
That's a good point.
Fishing down there.
Oh, okay. And the next good news is, do I get a good one? I don't get music. It's the garden tour, just to recap the garden tour, that may seem a long time ago. But it was a wonderful turnout again for the garden tour. We had 14 gardens on the tour. The main thing is we had so many volunteers, which is a huge part of making it work, and a huge number of people from Park Shore came, so, which was wonderful. Anyway, we had about 70 volunteers in each of the gardens, and we ended up making about $8,000, clearing about $8,000, and all of that then turns around and goes back into taking care of the planters in the business area, and the new plantings that get rotated in, and the plantings under the trees. And the fencing, you may have noticed, that has gone around the trees in the business area because they get stomped on a lot. So that seems to be helping. We did have some of the fencing taken from in front of Mechanics Bank. So I don't know if that's for somebody's personal use or if that's a statement. But anyway, we'll replace that. And Kevin and Audrey Jacobson come and they do all the refurbishing with the planters and do the watering 3 times a week at this peak time. So that is a big ticket item, is kind of making Madison Park, the business area, look so nice. But it feels like it's well worth it. Everybody seems to appreciate it. I'm on again. Prospect Preserve. Does everybody know where Prospect Preserve is?
Nope.
Okay, it is, it's good, it's good to know that. It is at the end of 41st Avenue East, right behind the Seattle Tennis Club. And probably 8 years ago. It was a blackberry bramble with all sorts of car parts and everything in it. And we have a number of people, this was before Friends of Madison Park people got going. And Gene Ransel, people may remember that name, wonderful Gene. He recruited me because he knew landscaping, and we ended up clearing out all the blackberries, and now it's a lovely path that goes down to the beach. A lot of people walk their dogs down there, a lot of people just take walks down there. We meet quarterly to do weeding and mulching, and this Saturday from 9 to noon, anything that, we have people from Parkshire and help us too, but anybody for 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, can come and help weed and mulch and possibly stand there with a watering hose and water things. It's a challenge to keep everything watered and weeded, but it is just filled in beautifully. It's just stand on top of horsetail, morning glory, the usual suspect. So this Saturday from 9 to noon would be great. Well, this is me again. No music. So I've already kind of touched on this. The Beautify Madison Park has turned out to be, I think, a real boon to the neighborhood. And we have our cleanups in the fall and in the spring. We would love to add more planters as we go along. We would love to add benches. If people are interested in donating, we have planters, and people who have donated for planters, you can do a plaque on the planter to a family member, a friend, whatever kind of floats your boat. And anyway, we're just, it is kind of a major statement for the neighborhood to have all that looking better. We would love to do streetlights at some point, but that is a huge undertaking. So that's kind of where we are with that. Next up is the emergency.
This is going to be short beat.
All right, hi everybody. I'm Dana.
And I'm Katrina.
And we're from Madison Park Emergency Hub. We are volunteers, and we want to make sure that you're aware of the hub and tell you about a couple of events we have coming up. First thing is to tell you what the concept, if you're not familiar with the hub, it's a Seattle-based volunteer-run group that gathers in the case of a serious emergency like an earthquake, a power outage, a serious long-lasting power outage, anything that might last more than 3 days, where communication is compromised. So we don't gather if there is a power outage and nothing else happens. But if your cell phone doesn't work, and you can't reach people, and you don't know the status of your loved ones, you're apart from them, you need water, you need gas, this kind of thing. We are a gathering place. We've seen this happen in many other cities, and of course we are mindful of Venezuela and what they're going through right now with their earthquake and how devastating it can be. Sorry that this is a bit doom and gloom subject, but we have fun preparing, and what a hub does is we practice. So we get together and we practice. Our hub is located in the Madison Park tennis courts. So that is our gathering place. We're gonna put up a sign so that it'll be more clear that that's where we gather. We have a box of supplies, canopies and tables to put out. And really, it's a place that we encourage people when there is that kind of disaster to come, volunteer, and share. Katrina learned a phrase at a recent event that she went to called skills and stuff. Those are the kinds of things we want to come and share. It's their skills, what they can do. Are you a midwife? Are you a doctor? Are you an electrician?
You speak a different language. We have lots of different
Yeah,
things.
we say you have more skills than you know. And in this kind of situation, people are always looking to help. If you think about when you have a snowstorm on your block and you finally meet your neighbors because everyone's coming out and what's going on. So I want to talk about two events. We have two. Katrina's going to talk about the first one.
Yeah, and just to add, one thing I want to make sure people understand is that we will not have stuff at the hub when, in an emergency, we have to stand it up. The whole idea is that we're going to connect people in the community with each other who have things or who need things. So just is making sure people understand you're not gonna be able to come and get diapers or water or food or anything. But we can connect you with people and give you information about what's going on, what stores are open, what streets are open, what hospitals are open, that kind of thing. So, we do regular drills so that we can practice, as Dana said. And the next one coming up is August 8th. And it'll officially run from 11 to 1. However, we'll be going in about 10 to sort of make sure everybody that's got the key to the box knows how to open it. And then we'll start kind of getting the canopy set up. But the idea is we set up, we're open for an emergency during the daytime, and then we take it back down. So our drill is practicing setting it up, getting it all organized. Then we'll have our stations set up, information station, education station. The resources or stuff for people who have needs and have things to give. And then the volunteers or the skills for people who are willing to step up and help each other out. So that's how we'll match people up. So we'll walk around with everybody so that you'll understand what all the different stations are. And then we'll take it down. And then the biggest challenge to me is packing it all back up in our boxes.
Yeah. And when you leave tonight, look at the tennis court and you'll see this big ugly beige box about this tall. And it's next to a taller green box, and that's where we keep our gear. But our gear is really just communication gear. It's canopies, tables, and we have a whole, the city has a whole protocol for us to use.
And a lot of forms in there, so we can
Yeah.
match up the people with the haves and the needs.
And one last thing, everyone, it's set up so that anyone can volunteer at the hub. So we have binders so that it tells you we have vests, we have a bullhorn. So anyone can come and be like, how can I help? And we can actually do a shift at the hub.
And we welcome anybody who's interested in getting more involved and being part of kind of our team that meets on a regular basis and that does these drills and tries to provide community education as well. So anybody who's interested, talk to us.
And before we move to the other event that we want to talk about, I want to thank the Friends of Madison Park because we have been using canopies for years, and we asked if we could get help with printing the names of the stations on the canopies so they're real easy to see from far away. And thank you. So being able to do that, it's hard to kind of tether signs up there, and it's something that we'll have to put, in the emergency we would put it up every week, so it's real time saver for us. So. And then one more slide, please, thank you. And then I want to promote our citywide event as well as the following weekend. So if you can't make it to our August 8th drill, but if this idea intrigues you, or you have a friend in Roosevelt, Madison Valley, Rainier Beach, or West Seattle, we will be attending the Madison Valley Hub event. It's our sister hub. We're hoping in an emergency we'll share a lot. That is located in the Fame Center, also known as the MLK School, so if you know what that is in the valley. So those two hubs are walking distance from each other, so we'll help them out. So yeah, and again, and for that drill, they're looking for volunteers, and you can come and you can do, it's role playing. You can pretend to be someone who comes to the hub with a problem. Like you come and you say, I have a CPAP machine and I need it charged because I need that for my living and I have no power, or that kind of thing. And then someone can say, oh yeah, there's power down at the hardware store, they have a generator, this kind of sharing information, sharing things.
But they'll make it easy for you. They'll give you a script.
Yeah,
You
you
just
just have
show
some-
up, okay, they'll give you a script.
It's
You go
really-
and you can tell them what's on the script.
It's really fun and kids are welcome, so.
I went to the one that you guys did in the park 1 year ago,
Yep.
and it was super easy and very interesting, and I learned a lot, and it was kind of fun. I mean, it wouldn't be fun if it was real, but.
We're practicing, so if it does happen, we all know where we can come to help each other.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, so this event is a full drill, and like I said, if you're interested, go to the Madison Valley one, it's just a few hours. You'll learn a lot about how we are preparing to help neighbors, so thanks. And if, I have some giveaways for people who come to talk to me after the meeting. I won't say any more about that. I have 6 things to give away. Thank you.
Any questions about the hub or the room?
That's great, thank you. I guess, the next thing is the One Seattle plan. Marie couldn't be here, so I'll address that. The One Seattle, I assume everybody is familiar with what the One Seattle plan is all about? Okay. At this juncture, it's before the city council, and phase two is the zoning height designations. For our neighborhood, for example, in the business area, they're already zoned to be able to go up 4 stories. They could go up 5 stories under the 1 CL. And it also goes into the neighborhoods. 41st, 42nd also is impacted by the changes in the 1 Seattle plan. Right now, everything is, well, I shouldn't say everything, it is on pause to implement phase 2. We have presented to city council the alternative that we were suggesting for the Madison Park neighborhood. We are what are considered a neighborhood center. In the interim, with the new mayor, they are now pursuing what they call taller, denser, faster, with the idea that the push is to reduce permit regulations, environmental impact appeals, and move it forward faster, taller, denser, faster. There are also a number of coalitions of different Seattle neighborhoods, neighborhood alliances. There's the Green Neighborhood Coalition, there's the Seattle Residents for Thoughtful Growth that have come into being to try and slow down the process and talk about tree canopy, green spaces, impacts on neighborhoods. You can look around our neighborhood and see some, lots that a small home was there, and now there's maybe 2, 3, 4 homes being built. And that is all approved under state legislature and under the 1 Seattle plan. So everyone, there's a growing voice to pause, because everything is already paused by this litigation, and we're not having as much influx in the community of new jobs. In fact, Seattle is a city that is actually losing more residents than it's gaining. So there's 2 sides to the story, and our job for the neighborhood association is to be sure that you are informed as well as we can. And on our 1 Seattle page, we have information about a number of these different organizations that are coming along, what hearings are coming up. There is a hearing tomorrow at City Council. You can watch all City Council public hearings you can stream them online if you want to get a sense of what's going on and what different council members are saying, feeling about the 1 Seattle plan. Joy Hollingsworth is our council representative, as well as the president of the city council. And she is very interested in hearing from people in the neighborhoods. So I encourage, wherever you stand on this, that you reach out to her office. And we've got all those links and emails on our website on the 1 Seattle page. Does anybody have any questions on all of that? I could go on for hours. Because I have learned way more.
You have to, you're.
Oh, I'm on, okay. So, but I'll stop on the 1 Seattle plan. The bathhouse. So I feel like the renovation of this building and the restoration of our beachfront and everything, we are finally moving forward. We went through what is called a ProView process with Parks Department, which has all been really positive and good. It just takes time. There are so many sub-departments within Parks Department that everyone has a voice, that they need to be heard. So we paused with our architectural team, Signal Architects and Anchor QBA, to they were involved in the pro-view process, but it then took a while to get our feedback from all the parks departments. Now we have the go-ahead from parks to go to the next phase. And the next phase is the Department of Construction and Inspections to really confirm what our footprint can be, our height limits can be. We obviously want it to blend in with the beach. We want it to feel much the same way that this historical bathhouse has been constructed to be. We want to honor that the preschool has a 10-year lease here and it's got such a history in this neighborhood. So we're working with preschool and we're working with parks, and we are working with what we feel like is a fabulous team with the Signal Architects and Anchor QEA. So all of that, working with them, does cost money, and that's why we feel like it's worth the investment to get us through these stages before we put out drawings that we can bring to the public. So we're hoping, we now have some drawings that are getting us where we want to with Department of Construction and Inspection. And I'm hoping at our fall neighborhood meeting, we'll have a full-on presentation for the neighborhood to see what this space can look like. It's going to be an improvement for the water facilities for sure. It'll be an improvement for the preschool, and it will allow for a community gathering space. That is the goal, and I think we are really on track to make all that happen. It's very exciting to see the beginning, but I'm not supposed to show everybody. So anyway, does anybody have any questions on that? Yes.
Funding?
So we have the funding to get through our not full on, well, probably we have the funding to get enough drawing specifications to for sure bring it to the community. And at that point, then people can have the vision of what it can be. And then through Party for the Park and through additional, we're going to be going for grants. With the Seattle Parks Foundation is helping us with grants and a private company as well. So, and then we're going to come to the neighborhood and hopefully be able to raise funds through the community. There's so many cutbacks for state, county, federal, you name it. It is very hard to get grant funding, and we are fortunate. We live in a community that is blessed with the potential to maybe, gather together for funding. We are not high priority for most plans, just because of the demographic. So, anyway, it's exciting.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
Music is right around the corner. Every Thursday in August, we've got all our bands lined up. I will talk a little bit about them. So we have Blue Velvet Groove, which, as the name indicates, kind of like this kind of.
Maybe this is going to be shocking.
Then we have the Jewel Tones, who are Motown trio, a new genre that we have this year, which will be exciting. Neon Rain is coming back from last year. They're a cover band. They do a lot of 80s fun, upbeat music, good for dancing. And then to round out the month, we have the Dads and the Locals, who are two neighborhood local bands playing classic rock, covers, dancey music. So we're really looking forward to it. We've got a great slew of sponsors lined up, so many thanks to our sponsors. We also have applied for a grant that we haven't heard back from yet, so we're crossing our fingers on that one. And yeah, planning's looking good, so I encourage you all to come, bring your friends, bring a picnic, and it's a really fun night to hang out with your neighbors and friends and enjoy some music. We are looking for volunteers for particularly the 6th, the 13th, and the 27th. So if anyone is available to help with setup and tear down, or manning a tent during the event, please let me know. Hope to see you there.
The yard sale. This is our first attempt at doing a neighborhood yard sale. But it was when we formed Friends of Madison Park, it was one of the first post-its that went up of people wanting to have a yard sale. And we're starting to get people registering. It is such a simple process as a condo owner, apartment renter, homeowner to register. And what you get for registration doesn't cost you anything. A donation would be great because we have some overhead costs, but not the end of the world. Is that we will put out a map of all the different yard sale locations. And one of the things we want to encourage people to do, and I'm hearing more people are starting to do this, if you live on a block, you can, join up with some of your neighbors and use one person's driveway or one person's front yard or, whatever method works. If you're in an apartment building, we're hearing that people are in their parking lot, maybe sharing. We also have, for the Edgewater apartment people, because they are not able to do it on their grounds, we have gotten a permit to cordon off the street in front, that's East McGilver, not McGilver Boulevard, but East McGilver, from 42nd to 41st, so that they can bring their goods out there. McGilver Elementary, we have the go-ahead from them that people in the neighborhood can bring tables, tents, and sell their place at McGilver Elementary, and the Bank of America parking lot. So there are multiple choices. Please spread the word. This is, it's a small beginning, but I think people will love coming to Madison Park to see what people have. And then you can go buy other stuff from other people.
And we're kind of using the model that Montlake uses.
Yes.
They're very successful there. People, and it's usually in conjunction with like the Greek Festival, I think, and it's like very busy over there. And so we're kind of sharing their model.
And Madrona is doing the same.
Basically, when you sign up, you get put on a map that gets released, the day before?
Yes.
And then that's what you're signing up for, is on that map, so people know to go to your house.
And it's very simple, the whole process is really simple. There's a QR code brought, if you want to do that, or you can just go to the website. Okay, Party for the Park.
Party for the Park. Last year, we raised $140,000, and it was very fun. We had it at Broadmoor Golf Club, and they are extremely excited to have us there again. I was just over there meeting with Rachel. They are just extremely welcoming and happy to have us there, and it's a beautiful space. We're changing things up a little bit, make it a little fresh this year, but still very fun, and hopefully we will get people in the door and bidding on silent and live auction items, having delicious hors d'oeuvres and cocktails, and listening to a brief but important presentation, and then raising their paddles to support all of the work that we've been doing, because it's really, like Octavia said, we do make a little bit of money on, nothing small, but not that can support our entire organization, from the garden tour and from, some ticket sales that we do, but this is really our only time that we're asking people to come into a room and support our organization in a big way. So if you have any interest in a company, or if you know of a company that would like to sponsor the event, we have some wonderful sponsors interested this year already. I'm not gonna say anything definitive, but there may be a big travel opportunity auctioned off that night again this year. That was really fun last year, and, if you have any experiences that, you know of that could be donated as, an auction item, we appreciate that so much. If you're interested in volunteering, if you like hosting events, we are getting ready to have our kickoff meeting next week, with some new volunteers and seasoned volunteers that have been involved for, this is our third year party for the park, fourth year of a fundraiser. Our first year was Warmth and Wine. So, you know, we're just excited to do this again and make it even bigger and better. So, also, it's on October 24th. And October 24th, and currently the start time is gonna be a little earlier this year. But that is not set in stone yet, so just look, we have a page on the website that is on the events, Party for the Park, and there's lots of pictures from last year, so you can get excited. But we will be putting all the information up there when it is decided. I'm just giving us a little bit more time to get the committee involved, and yeah, I'm not making all the decisions. We have to have the committee involved too, so. Yeah, if you're interested, just let me know. It's a really fun thing to do. And you can be involved up front with the ideas, or you can be involved on the day of, or somewhere in between. So there's no requirement, but we always love fresh volunteers to get involved. So, yeah. Anybody have any questions about it? It is a ticketed event, and we do have limited space. What since we do not have a community center in our neighborhood, which maybe we will someday, we are limited to what is, I mean, I just can't see it being out of the neighborhood in like a bigger venue. It has to be in Madison Park, you know, area. So luckily the tennis club opened up for us the first year. Broadmoor is right here. It's just really lovely, and so, but it is limited on space. So make sure that when those tickets go on sale, you get your ticket.
How much will tickets be?
I can't say that definitively yet, but I think it'll be the same as last year. I think they were $150 a ticket last year. I'm sorry, what was your question?
How much were they last year?
150.
And you wanna come up and talk about the art walk?
I thought I got my passed.
Oh, do we have music for you, Ian?
Tell me unless it's a wonder
I
wall.
might not do it.
It'd be great. So, the art walk, in the past years, Home Street Bank has done it for us, and they've done a great job. But with the emergence of mechanics, banks, they no longer want to participate in this event. So, Friends of Madison Park and Domicile Gallery are taking it over this year. Very exciting. And myself and Nene, who's not here, are both local artists who are helping with the process. If you know of any artists that you think would be great to apply to be part of the art walk, they have until tomorrow. Tomorrow night, there is a QR code on this form, and you can scan it or take a picture of it and send it to them. And the Google form takes like about 2 minutes to apply. Does not cost anything. The date of, which is September 18th. Question?
Oh, does local mean, central district or just Madison Park?
No, go wherever you want to go, I'm saying, because, yeah, please do. It is September 18th from 4 to 8 p.m. We will have a couple of, as usual, the businesses will be hanging art either inside their business or out front, depending on how they're choosing to participate. We are also going to have a wall, which we're calling 100 for 100. So artists will be making 6x6 paintings, which will all cost $100. You can come and buy as you want. 6x6 is a nice little gift size. If you're looking for that, I think that's gonna be really fun this year. We're gonna have a couple live music acts that'll be playing at a Triangle Park. Most of the restaurants will be offering some kind of food or drink special as we go. And we just think, preschool and McGilver Elementary, pretty sure are going to do a child's art walk in this space. I know the McGilver artists, our teacher has got some fabulous ideas, which if anything is purchased in this space, it will go as a fundraiser to either whichever school is done. Park Shore is participating with us this year, which is great. I met with Marilyn, who's head of the art committee there. Some fabulous artists at Park Shore. It's kind of great to have the tour, meet all of them, and see the art room. So their lobby area will be open with frame displays to show all of their art. So if you don't live in Park Shore, you don't have to go through the sign-in process to view their art, which is great. So it'll just be right in that lobby area, and it kind of makes the whole nice walking area of all of Madison Park for them. Any questions?
Repeat the date?
September 18th, third Friday in September.
Awesome.
Because we kind of felt like maybe September 11th wasn't,
Wasn't the best one.
you know, not the best one. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I'm kind of assuming everybody's been to the farm. I asked Claire, who is the manager for the farmer's market, to kind of give me an update of what's coming. Cherries are on their way out, but tomatoes are on their way in, and corn is right behind. There is, there's been a couple, peaches. So she feels like they're doing great. It's on par to the way it was last year when everybody was so enthusiastic that the market was arriving. And she said with the children's parade and picnic last weekend, it was a total boom. So many people out and about. So the Farmers Market Association is thrilled. And if there is feedback and if there are questions, you can let me know now, or, stop at their booth and give them your feedback too, but they're pleased with how everything's going.
I know there was some talk about upping the number of vendors, who went into this year. It looks like it's around the same as last year. Are they still planning on increasing the number this year as the season goes on?
She said that there was gonna be the return of a couple of vendors. She didn't give me specifics, and I don't know if those are people who haven't been there yet. I know that we've certainly had the discussion of increasing the number of vendors. We are limited because of fire, issues, safety issues of having to have a certain width. Space is tight, without a doubt. But I feel like hopefully even this season there'll be more. I had expected probably 4 or 5 more.
Yeah.
And I haven't quite seen that either.
I think it gets tricky because there are some vendors that choose not to do certain, like they have staffing issues or something, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the salmon sandwiches are not at the market this year, and that's because they had a reduced staff and they just couldn't fit our market into their schedule. But we got the pizza people, and we got the grain, the sandwiches, which I don't know if you've tried them, but they are like my favorite part of Saturday. Oh, they're so good. So, I mean, really great new vendors, but then unfortunately, lost, and there was one produce vendor that went up, that retired and are no longer. So, I mean, I feel like just with the ebbs and flows of businesses starting and not being able to come, and then also adding, it just kind of evened out. But I think the hope is that, they also started a new farmer's market this year in South Lake Union, where it's going great. So, hopefully a couple more, but probably not.
Probably it's pretty steady for this season. The other thing that does make me think is we try to have a Friends of Madison Park booth there, just to promote our things, answer questions, try and recruit volunteers. But we also need volunteers to come so we can have a booth. Becky and I tend to do it a lot.
It's a great way to spend a Saturday.
It
You can
is.
go grab a sandwich and get your produce and, to kind of take turns. Usually you have a buddy with you. It's easy setup, easy takedown, and it's really nice because people stop by and tell you, thank you so much for bringing this market to our neighborhood. And you have to say, you're welcome. So it's a pretty happy morning.
So there's a volunteer sheet here. I meant to pass it around, but it's a little late now. But you can always reach out on the volunteer form on the website as well.
I'm sure we're gonna need volunteers for the art walk as well.
Yes. Yeah. Good point.
What do you need people to do?
Not sure yet, but I have it on contact you.
I will.
Awesome, thank you.
That is one thing that I do want to bring up, because I think we're kind of at the end too, is that volunteers, or everyone who works here, somebody asked me the other day, well, I hope you get paid well for what you're doing. And I said, currently, this is an all-volunteer organization, and volunteers are the complete heartbeat of making this work. So it's great that everyone is, I feel like there's a wonderful energy in the neighborhood now, and all the events and the farmer's market have made a big, big difference. And we want to be sure that's sustainable, and we want, it is really fun to get involved. So whether you are at the market on Saturday or helping at the art walk, just raising your hand, it usually, I mean, even as a docent for the garden tour, all 70 wonderful volunteers, it's a 2-hour shift, and that's usually all you're ever asked for at a stretch. If you want to get involved in the committees, more is needed.
Well, Grace said earlier, Grace said her cup was full after the children's
Yeah.
picnic. That is truly the feeling that I have after every event that we have. I mean, whether you are volunteering in a very small way, which is still big, or, you know, running an event, your cup is full. Seeing people with happy faces, meeting your neighbors, getting to just be in the community and in situations that maybe you wouldn't be. You probably wouldn't be without, you know, an event to celebrate everything. It's really rewarding, so, in any capacity.
So please, please, please volunteer. Well, you big, small, in between, that's a huge part for us. Okay, anybody have any questions? Okay, we did.